Not new to my channel, hello, welcome. It's Christina. Share beauty, lifestyle, vlogs, and my faith with Jesus. So before I go and before we get into this makeup tutorial, because this is going to be pretty quick and easy, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell for every time I upload a new video, because it helps my algorithm and it pushes it out to other For You pages on YouTube. So if you like more of this content, please support your small creator, and thank you so much for being a part of this journey. Let's get into this tutorial. Okay ladies, so let's jump right in. So before we get started, you want to use an exfoliator pad. This is going to help remove any dirt on your skin, so once you put on makeup it doesn't look like patchy, cakey. The one that I've been using is the pore refining pads. If you guys want a coupon code, link it down. So my skin is a little bit dry. I left it dry for a little bit just because I wanted to get ready with you guys. So we're going to be using the Hydrating Milky Toner by Thayers. I like to mix this sometimes with not just my skincare but like my tint. I just only apply a little bit and then I kind of like pat everything in so it looks kind of something like this. I have been having little breakouts, but they are clearing up. This part here has been going through a lot of situation, but I will have to say my skin's doing a lot better compared to what it was before. Next moisturizer I'm going to use is LaRochePosay. This is the Triple Repair Moisturizer. I like using this because it helps my dry skin. So if you are a sensitive girly with dry skin, this will be perfect, because not only does it give you moisture and hydration, it locks in that glow in your skin. The thing I'm going to use is my SPF. My skincare, ladies, is really simple. You don't need a whole lot. Like, you could add a serum, but I'm on this journey where I'm just adding just the 3-step method. And once like my skin fully heals, I'm able to try out like maybe a vitamin C or a serum that I know is going to work well for my skin. But at the moment, we just want to keep our skin simple and not compromised, because you don't want a compromised skin barrier. And I forgot to mention, mineral sunscreen that I'm using is called houseofhur. I love this stuff. This doesn't have no fragrance, so if you're sensitive, you're gonna love that product, because I haven't had any breakouts with it. Give me a nice pretty glow. Just gonna let that sit for about 5 to 10 minutes and then we'll come back and we'll get started on our base. We're back. So I did my brows off camera. I don't use any Sephora brow or anything like that. This is my brow gel that I love using. It is the best brow gel ever. It's a men's gel, and if you don't want me to gatekeep, I'm telling you right now, this is the only gel you need. It's super affordable. You don't have to spend like over $30 for a brow gel. Like, it'll get the job done. Today we're gonna underpaint. So I'm gonna start off with my corrector from LA Girl. And I love to correct areas where I have a lot of pigmentation, redness, and breakouts. So I like to cover those up. They don't seep through my makeup. So I'm gonna use my Morphe Buttery Blend Concealer. This is in M13. Usually I go in with like my finger and stuff, but today we're just using my brush. I gotta wash my brushes. Let me know down in the comments if you're on your 3rd day and you haven't washed your brushes. The next step we're gonna use is my Morphe Cheek Thrills. This is actually a blush, but I love using this as a bronzer. I just love how it looks on my skin. So if you have more of like a medium olive tone or even close to my complexion, you'll definitely love this, because just as the same as the Patrick Ta, but it comes in a trio and it gets the job done and it gives you the coverage that you need quickly. For my favorite part, I'm going to be using my Kylie Skin Tint. This is in the shade 6W. I am a little bit light compared to the coverage. It's a little bit tan, but that's because it's my summer shade. So I'm going to use a little bit of my Milky Toner from Thayers, and I like to build up the tint with my toner so it gives me more nice glowy but natural look instead of it being full coverage. Okay, once that's done, you can either leave it like this or you could add more coverage. I think this looks pretty good. I don't have any high-end concealers at the moment, so I've been using my Maybelline Age Rewind. This is in the shade 141. I'm gonna put some eyeshadow, but it's probably gonna be like something simple, but this is what I do, a little bit more coverage whenever I want a soft glam. Now I'm gonna go in with my creams. I'm gonna be using the new limited edition collection from Morphe. This is Yacht Day. I just love the name of it, and nice mauve, pink mauve tones. So we're gonna use that on my cheeks. Also a little bit extra, so I'm gonna add just a tad bit of Sleepy Girl from Rhode. I first like to apply it with my finger before I go in with the brush, for using my fingers so that it doesn't separate my blush. Whatever's left over, I just do a little tight tap and then just go over it. Use the bronzing shade, the powder, as like my transitional shade for today because I don't want to go too extra. I just want something simple, and that's gonna give me a little contour on my lids. I'm gonna go in a little bit with my Morphe Truth and Bare, and I'm using this shade here. I don't know the exact name because they had like a little plastic, but it's like a more taupey nude. That's like a cut crease in a way where you could see it looks like I cut crease my shadow, but I really didn't. Use one of the brown shades. I think it was this shade here. Just going to buff this out on the side just to give me like a nice little small smoky eyeshadow, nothing crazy. Next step, we're going to be using my Mercier. I love this powder so much. It blurs everything, and it's my loyal powder. I've always used this powder and it's never failed me. Not once, not twice, and it's such a great powder. So if you really want to invest and you want a powder that's not going to give you flashback and is definitely going to do the job, it's Mercier. Toward my nose, so I am just using the same powder just to leave it, and I use the shape lifter from Morphe. This one is my favorite. I love using that. It really scopes out everything so nicely. So in the meantime, I'm going to use this blush from Steve Laurent. It's like a pinky shade. I really like baby pinks. It's also a dupe to the Dior. So if you're really looking for an affordable blush that kind of represents the Dior blush, you'll definitely like this. I am going to apply maybe a different blush, but I always like to add 2 blushes before I go in with a much warmer tone. I use the Sunset again, Sunset Swim. And I'm only going to bronze my temple. Go back with my concealer brush, and now I'm gonna blend all this in. I'm gonna use my brow pencil. This is the Ultra Precise pencil from e.l.f. I'm gonna add some of Araceli Beauty in the shade Ojos Perfectos. Ladies, so that is it. I did add a little bit more shadow because I felt like it wasn't matching, so I had to like match everything. But so far everything looks good. I'm gonna add a little bit of this setting mist from Morphe. Finish off the rest of the look and we'll be right back. Okay ladies, this is the final look. Got to enjoy this. I know that this wasn't a natural glam, but it was very simple for me to get a bit done and it looked a little put together. Soft glam, but not so much. But I love this look and I enjoy doing these types of looks. So if you do love this look, please comment down. Let me know if you want to see more looks like this. And I'm going to leave it off there. Thank you so much. Los quiero, los amo. Until next time, bye.